people. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on, people. 1 second. Hold on, beautiful people. 1 second, 1 second. Hey, y'all. Okay, sorry. Bit of a morning this morning. Sorry. Okay, and I'm 5 minutes later than what I said. And I told y'all the other day, bright and early, 7 a.m. Excuse my tardiness. Family in the morning. Betwabu, yeah. Okay, y'all. You know what? Let me go ahead and start talking about this real quick. My title for today ain't got nothing to do with the reading for today. Although we may see it just a little bit. Let me tell you something. Last night, I was up and I was completely heated about what I was reading. Now, mind you, I was reading the scripture. Okay, so last night, I was sitting in the bathroom and I was just thinking about y'all's people and how it's like when you have lived in a lie for the majority of your life, but you thought you were living what was true, it's kind of hard sometimes to make that mindset shift, right? Especially when those you love been seeing it, and it's like, okay, let's just get to it. Talking about worshiping, y'all, right? A lot of us grew up thinking we were worshiping, although our heart was pure, but as we get older and y'all start revealing stuff, we begin to see the mixture in the church and everything, and it's like, whoo, so now it's time to make some decisions, and some hard decisions, like, wait a minute, that's not right. This is not right. We're not supposed to be doing this. But a lot of times, a lot of people, they're so used to going with the flow of church and how it's always been done, or we've been worshiping y'all like this all our life, but not realizing it was wrong. And he just kind of, there's a scripture that say he kind of like, he kind of wink, and I don't want to use that as an excuse for people, because it's not an excuse for people. And it's like, they kind of, it say, oh, well, y'all knew my heart, and he winks at our ignorance. Okay, something like that. I do believe there's a lot more grace with people who don't know than those that do know and still decide to make a decision that they're going to keep going with the flow, doing what's wrong, right? Even though y'all is convicting their heart, listen, I don't want you doing this. You're not supposed to be doing it this way. Okay. Now, okay. If I lose you, I lose you. But the truth is the truth. Listen, right? Okay. So, in church, we grow up, and we've talked about this before, right? But this is for the new people who may be watching or may see this a little bit later on YouTube or whatever. Well, you grew up in a Christian church, and they teach you, well, they don't, it's slick how it's done. It's like they indirectly teach you to worship Jesus, right? Through the songs, and we worship you, Jesus, we worship you, and all this, so you grow up, oh, this is the God we serve. And they interchange God and Jesus to be the same person, right? And then, but as you grow, like even then, I just knew something was off about that. I really did. I'm like, we're not supposed to be worshiping Jesus, are we? Because didn't even Jesus say, worship the Father? I think they kind of get them scriptures, I and my Father are one. That's just like being in a family. I'm a Murphy. Like, we in this house, we all are Murphys. We're one family. But and they teach it and they play on these words, or they different people. I'm like, yeah, but y'all are still doing what's wrong. Like, all the worship and most of the songs are giving glory to the Son. It's like, okay, when do you worship the Father? The total focus of who we are and who we created to be is give worship to Yah, not worship the things that Yah has created. We are created beings by Him. So how are we worshiping another created being? We are to worship the Creator. Okay. I said all that to say, when I was sitting in the bathroom last night, I'm like, Father, I was like, man, I said, I just want to make sure, like, I'm not off here. I was like, because I said, but some people, they will go, they like be ready to fight you when you try to explain this. It's like, if you don't just open up this book and go read this, I don't care what your pastor telling you. Your pastor's not, your pastor may be ignorant. There's a lot of pastors that are completely ignorant because they don't really read this for real. They like they pick a scripture and they create a sermon around a scripture, maybe two, maybe even a chapter if they having a good day, But I was sitting there, I was like, Father, I don't want to be wrong and I don't want to lead people astray. I said, but oh, I'm sorry, I heard noise upstairs. Okay, it was almost an alarm sound. They playing upstairs. Okay, but I was like, I don't want to lead people astray. I said, but I clearly know what I'm reading here, and I know that you're clearly talking to me, and I can clearly see the results of my life from lining up, even the results in our business and lining up. And see, here's the thing, right? And here's what people don't realize, and here's what causes people just to dig down deeper in what they believe. When they have signs and wonders and miracles that have happened for them in the process of time while calling on the name of false gods, it makes their heart that much harder. Like, oh no, we've experienced this, and you could have been like really sincere. But think about those people that's out there worshiping the holy grandfather and worshiping Mary. Like, you got statues out here. They milk flowing from statues' eyes and stuff. All these what people call miracles, but they're false signs and miracles, false miracles. Like, this stuff can happen, but people are being taken by it, and it's like, where do we see any of this kind of stuff happening? Y'all don't just perform like random miracles just to perform a random miracle, right? And I'm just sitting here, but listen. So I was like, Father, I don't want to be wrong about this. And so I put on Ezekiel, specifically Ezekiel chapter 8. And mind you, I had been listening to the book of Ezra, 1st and 2nd Ezra's the ones. We're about to start in Ezra today. But I was listening to like the 3rd and the 4th book of Ezra and everything. But I decided to put on Ezekiel. And when I put it on, because I pretty much know what the first few chapters are, so I randomly chose Ezekiel chapter 8. And this was almost midnight last night, right? So listening to it, and then it gets down towards the end of the chapter. He says, Son of man, do you see what the priests are doing? He said, they are committing idolatry in my temple. They have turned their backs on my word, on my commands. And he said, they're pretty much doing whatever they want to do. He said, you see this? He said, but come on, let's keep going. I'm going to show you something even more weird. He said, look at this. Look at the women in here. You see the women in here? They are weeping and crying over Tammuz. That's what Ezekiel chapter 8 says. And I was like, wait a minute. I never really looked this up, weeping over Tammuz. So I paused it. I paused Ezekiel, and I went looking up. Now, I know you heard it because I talked about it before, but it just never caught my attention that actually coming out of Yah's mouth himself, he addressed this very thing that's going on in the Christian churches and who they're worshiping. He said, you see this? They're in here weeping over Tammuz. Now, go Google. Don't take my word for it, but go Google that particular portion of sentence in Ezekiel. Google weeping for Tammuz. When you pull that up, it tells you, of course, it gives you the story. It's a short snippet story about Nimrod, right? But it tells you what has happened over the course of time. Weeping over Tammuz, this whole thing, it's been taken and they've changed the name of it, and now it's being done in the Catholic and the Christian church. And you know what they call it? We just passed it. I talked about it during Passover. It is worshiping, they're worshiping the death and burial and rise of Tammuz. What does that sound like today? The same thing in the church. What they're doing is wrapped around Lent. They've changed the name of this particular thing to make it more to reel in the Catholics and the Christians. I hate splitting it up because if you're a Christian, you're a Catholic. that people just say, oh, no, I ain't Catholic. No. The Pope is your daddy. If you look at it, Christianity comes right out of Catholicism. It's the daughter of Catholicism. It's the same religion. Y'all using just a few different words. You're using the same book, taking it out of context. And they renamed it to Lent. And they putting the crosses with the ashes on the forehead, or putting X's. Sometimes it's X's, sometimes it's crosses. But weeping for Tammuz is this whole process of Lent, the 40-day. Do you know why they have 40 days of Lent? You know why? Because of Tammuz, weeping for him, honoring his death, burial, and his resurrection. Why? For a day, for every year of his life, they fasted. I'm sitting here and I'm reading it, and I literally wanted to throw up. I was so heated that the church refuses to look at this, and they're worshiping Yah at the altars of Baal. Inside the churches today, they're doing the same thing. What Yahuwah was taking Ezekiel to see, it would be like today walking in a regular Christian church. You son of man, you see this? You see what they doing in here? You got the women in here weeping over Tammuz. The priests have turned their backs on my commands. Ain't nobody listening to me. We're going to burn it all to the ground. I'm like, and I was completely livid last night. Me and Alicia texting back and forth. I'm like, you see this crowd? I'm like, the people are completely blind and they refuse to look at it. Simply because, oh, well, he's done this and he's done. I was like, listen, we all were ignorant at one time, but now that we know, think about it. We're going to read it as we go through Ezra. When they realize, because when the priests turn away and they're not listening to him, you're not teaching the people appropriately. And if you've been constantly in the process of teaching people inappropriately, a lot of people that you have taught inappropriately think that they have been getting the truth, especially if they haven't separated themselves and taken the time to read this and seek Yah on their own. Most people rely on other people to tell them the truth. They're too lazy to do it themselves. And they may not be lazy. They may not have the I don't know, some people don't have the time like others do. Not saying that everybody should, but I'm saying you should at least have some kind of diligence about yourself just to check and make sure people ain't lying to you. I take y'all do the same thing. Make sure I ain't lying to you. Not that I would purposely lie to you, but if I'm off, you can be like, hey sis, let's talk about this. You know, I don't know that I quite agree with you on that just yet. And that's okay. That's okay. That tells me that you're not going to let anybody just tell you anything. You're going to do, and that's a good thing. Everybody should do that. I encourage you to do that, you know. So, but that's what, like, that title has nothing to do with our reading for today. I was just completely heated last night, and I could not go to sleep because this was the first time y'all pointed out to me. He said, this is the same thing. Like, they're doing this right here today in the church. And you try and tell people, and they won't listen to you. And it's like, oh, heresy. I'm like, heresy? Y'all, I'm just like, those who going into captivity, going into captivity. Those who going on to death, go on to death. Those to the sword you go. Because you are rejecting the knowledge of Yah that will save your soul. It's hard to step away from the masses when the masses is doing what's wrong that they think is right. It's hard to step aside and begin to walk contrary to the masses. It really is at times. But once you start doing this, like, there's no way I could come join you anymore. Like, I'm going to stay over here and I'm like, hey, look, come check this. But I ain't joining y'all. I am not joining y'all. It took me so long to pull myself out of that mess. And now I think for myself and I can double check stuff. You won't lead me to the slaughter with your sheepfold. You know, so. But that was it, y'all. I just had to get out. Me and Alicia, I was going back for. I was like, girl, you see this crap? Do you see this? Like, when I say something, I was hot last night, y'all. Like, I was blowed. Okay, so our reading for today. Happy Friday, people. I know that was a whole long introduction, but I just had to get that out, y'all. Okay, we are on day 133. I'm sorry, not 133, 134. Day 134. It is Friday, and it is May the 1st, 2020. And we are starting in Ezra 1, 2, and 3 today. And actually, y'all, when we go, like I told you, y'all mentioned it. So we're going to actually read the portions of Ezra that were not added. Let's say not, we're not going to say that were taken out. We'll say it wasn't added, and it should have been, right? So remember, we'll read Ezra, then we'll read Nehemiah, because technically Nehemiah is the second book of Ezra. And after we read Nehemiah, we'll read 3rd Ezra and 4th Ezra, which is also called 1st Esdras. and 2nd Esdras. But it's the same book. It's the same prophet Ezra. All right, y'all. So Ezra chapter 1. And bear with me. I know I'm going to screw up some of these names because we get hot and heavy on these names when we get to chapter 2. All right, y'all. Now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, Now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of Yahuwah by the mouth of Jeremiah might be filled, Yahuwah stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also into writing, saying, Thus says Cyrus, king of Persia, Yahuwah, the God of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him a house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah. Who is there among you of all his people? His God is with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of Yahuwah, the God of Israel. He is the God which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever remaineth in any place where he sojourneth, let the men of his place help him with silver and with gold and with goods and with beasts, beside the freewill offering for the house of Yahuwah that is in Jerusalem. Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all of them whose spirit Yahuwah had raised up, to go up to build the house of Yahuwah, which is in Jerusalem. Now, mind you, they were in a captivity, and who he was sending back was the southern kingdom of Judah. And he mentioned everybody, Judah, Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites. They were always together. Remember, most of the priests had defected to the kingdom of Jerusalem when the kingdom had split. Israel is scattered across the continent of Africa, and Judah is in captivity. But the king of Persia, when he rose up, which was Cyrus, he said, listen, and y'all spoke to Cyrus. He said, listen, send my people back, have them go build my temple. And he was obedient to y'all. Although he was not a Hebrew, he was of a heathen kingdom. Yahuwah spoke to him and he heard, and he was obedient to y'all. That's why King Cyrus was blessed, right? Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and priests and the Levites, with all them whose spirit Yahuwah had raised, to go up to build the house of Yahuwah, which is in Jerusalem. And all they that were about them strengthened their hands with vessels of silver, with gold, with goods, and with beasts, and with precious things, beside all that was willingly offered. Also Cyrus the king brought forth the vessels of the house of Yahuwah, which Nebuchadnezzar had brought forth out of Jerusalem, and had put them in the house of his gods. Even those did Cyrus, king of Persia, bring forth by the hand of Mithridath, the treasurer, and numbered them unto Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. And this is the number of them: 30 chargers of gold, 1,000 chargers of silver, 29 knives, 30 basins of gold, silver basins of a second sort, 410, and other vessels 1,000. All the vessels of gold and of silver were 5,400. All these did Sheshbazzar bring up with them of the captivity that were brought up from Babylon into Jerusalem. Ezra chapter 2. Now these are the children of the province that went up out of captivity, of those which had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon had carried away unto Babylon, and came again unto Jerusalem and Judah, every one unto his city, which came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Sariah, Reliah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mizpar, Bigvai, Ruham, Baanah, the number of the men of the people of Israel. The children of Parash, 2,172. The children of Shephatiah, 372. The children of Arah, 775. The children of Pahath Moab, of the children of Jeshua and Joab, 2,812. The children of Elam, 1,254. The children of Zatu, 945. The children of Zakkai, 703 score. The children of Bani, 642. The children of Bebai, 623. The children of Asgad, 1,222. The children of Akadokam, 666. The children of Bigvai, 2,056. The children of Adin, 454. The children of Ater of Hezekiah, 98. The children of Bezai, 323. The children of Jorah, 112. The children of Hasham, 223. The children of Gibar, 90-5. The children of Bethlehem, 120-3. The men of Nephtophah, 50-6. The men of Anatoth, 120-8. The children of Asmaveth, 40-2. The children of Kirjatharim, Sephirah, and Beeroth, 740-3. The children of Ramah and Gaba, 620-1. The men of Michmas, 120-2. The men of Bethel and Ai, 220-3. The children of Nebo, 50-2. The children of Magdish, 150-6. The children of the other Elam, 1,250-4. The children of Haram, 320. The children of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 720-5. The children of Jericho, 340-5. The children of Sinah, 3,630. The priests, the children of Jedediah of the house of Jeshua, 970-3. The children of Immer, 1,050-2. The children of Pashur, 1,240-7. The children of Haram, 1,017. The Levites, the children of Jeshua and Kadmiel, of the children of Hodaviah, 70-4. The singers, Mommy. The children of Asaph, 128. Yes, Paul. Here. The children of the porters, the children of Shallum, the children of Ater, the children of Tammuz, the children of Akub, the children of Hatita, the children of Shobiah, in all 130-9. The Nethims, the children of Ziha, the children of Hashubah, the children of Tabaoth, the children of Kiros, the children of Seiah, the children of Padon, the children of Lebanon, the children of Hagabah, the children of Akub, the children of Hagab, the children of Shamai, the children of Hanan, the children of Gedel, the children of Gahar, the children of Reiah, the children of Rezin, the children of Nicodah, the children of Gazim, the children of Uzzah, the children of Paseah, the children of Besai, the children of Asnah, the children of Mehunim, the children of Nephusim, the children of Bakbuk, the children of Hakupha, the children of Harher, the children of Bazlu, the children of Mehidah, the children of Harsha, the children of Barkos, the children of Sisera, the children of Tama, the children of Neziah, the children of Hatapha, the children of Solomon's servants, the children of Sotai, the children of Saphireth, the children of Peruda, the children of Jala, the children of Darkon, the children of Gedel, the children of Shephatiah, the children of Hatil, the children of Parkireth of Zebaim, the children of Ami. All the Nethims and the children of Solomon's servants were 390-2. And these were they which went up from Tel Milah, Tel Harsa, Cherub, Adan, and Immer, but they could not show their father's house and their seed whether they were of Israel. And the children of Deliah, the children of Tobiah, the children of Nekoda, 650-2. And of the children of the priests, the children of Habiah, the children of Kaz, the children of Barzillai, which took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai, the Gileadite, was called after their name. These sought their register among these that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore they were as polluted from the priesthood, meaning they couldn't find their lineage, so they could not serve in the priesthood. You had to absolutely know whether you descended from the priest, because only the priests were separated by Yah. The priest, well, the Levites are priests, and you got the priests. But anyway, from the Levites descend the priests. That whole family from Aaron and his sons, that's the whole Levi tribe, and all the priests and Levites are within that tribe. You know, their brothers were not set apart to be priests. So also the singer, like we mentioned before, and they mentioned it back here. So everybody that has the charge of the house of Yah, not necessarily everybody in there is fulfilling that position. Only from the tribe of Levi were the people were to handle anything regarding the house of Yah, the temple or the church or whatever. It should only be Levites. Even the singers, the praise and worship, those who taking money, all of them were Levites. They descended from the Levite tribe. They were the only ones set aside to handle the things of the house of Yah. A lot of people out of place today. And the whole, verse 62. These sought their register among whom those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore, they were as polluted put from the priesthood. And Tershatha said unto them that they should not eat of the most holy things till there stood up a priest with Urim and with Thummim. The whole congregation together was 42,303 score, beside their servants and their maids, of whom there were 7,337, and there were among them 200 singing men and singing women. Their horses were 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, their asses 6,720. And some of the chief of the fathers, when they came to the house of Yahuwah, which is at Jerusalem, offered freely for the house of Yahuwah to set it up in his place. They gave after their ability unto the treasure of the work 61,000 drams of gold, and 5,000 pounds of silver, and 100 priests' garments. So the priests and the Levites and some of the people and the singers and the porters and the Nithims dwelt in their cities, and all Israel in their cities. All right, y'all. Hey, turn it down, y'all. Last chapter for today. Ezra chapter 3, and it's really short. It's only 13 verses. And when the 7th month was come, and the children of Israel were in the cities, the people gathered themselves together as one man to Jerusalem. Then stood up Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and his brethren the priests, and Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and his brethren, and builded the altar of Yahuwah, the God of Israel, to offer burnt offerings thereon, as it is written in the law of Moses, the man of Yah. And they set the altar upon his bases, for fear was upon them because of the people of those countries. And they offered burnt offerings thereon unto Yahuwah, even burnt offerings morning and evening. They kept also the Feast of Tabernacles, as it is written, and offered daily burnt offerings by number, according to the custom, as the duty of every day required. And afterward offered the continual burnt offering, both of the new moons and of all the set feasts that Yahuwah consecrated, and of everyone that willingly offer a free will offering unto Yahuwah. Remember that the new moon is also a feast day. So when we see the new moon, it's a new month, and the count for the Sabbath starts again. So like I said, that it's a perfect timekeeping system to where even if you get off on your count, that's why he said it's to be observed wherever you are at across the earth, across the world. Everybody in the world, whatever time zone you're at, when you see the new moon, which is not off, there may be like a day lapse, maybe some hours from when one half of the world sees it to when the other half of the world sees it. But it's everybody. If you're doing it that way, everybody does it at the same time. Yes.
What you do with my chips?
Did you check in your closet in that bag?
Bella?
Did you see the bag open already with the chip clip on it?
Them were my chips. Bella?
Yeah, no.
Who got my chips?
No, those were your chips. They were open yesterday.
I didn't open them. Bella? Who
Yeah.
opened my chips? She said you opened them. Bella, who opened my chips?
I did open your chips.
Why you open my chips for?
I was
you
telling
worse
you.
than the kids. I can't have nothing in this house, man. Every time I get some, y'all take it from me.
Listen.
Why? Why, Josh?
I opened the chips because...
All I want is chips and dip.
Because I was going to the store today and I was going to get some more. And I wanted some of the chips. So I opened them. But I opened them.
You ate half the bag.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I got me some out for my dip. But when they saw that I had opened the chips
so really
and put the chip, no, let me tell you.
Bella,
listen, no, I saw them. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Listen, no,
Bella.
Seriously. What I should
Somebody
have.
tell the truth here. I know she don't tell the truth. Bella, what happened to my chips?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, see what had happened was I should have taken the bag back upstairs.
You should have.
I should have took them back upstairs. I did. I opened the chips because I knew I was going out to the store
You know
today.
what? I have high hopes for you.
Oh,
Bella said,
Lord, I gotta
said,
finish my reading. Hold on.
When Bella said,
Look,
Mama,
yeah,
I said,
I
you know
did.
what?
I opened the bag.
That was a lie. You lying, Bella. I came down there. You was right.
I didn't lie. lie.
No,
I didn't lie.
I thought Bella was lying.
Oh.
But she was telling me the truth. I thought, and I had high hopes for you, that you didn't open the bag of chips.
Oh, girl, he
like,
mad.
God.
He mad about them chips.
I can't have nothing in this house, man.
I'm sorry, but I was going to the store this morning to replenish our stuff. I did. I opened them. What I should have did, I should have taken them and put them back upstairs. But listen,
What you
I was sitting
should
here.
have
I was
did was just
eating.
letting me know.
Yeah, but I was gonna try and replace. I didn't know you was gonna get up this morning trying to eat them. I was gonna honestly. This is my thought. I was gonna go back out to the store today. Get you another bag
I
of
have to
chips.
go to work today. See, I beat
Yeah,
see?
yeah, I didn't.
That messed up your whole doggone summer.
It really did.
Man.
It really did because I was gonna put a brand new bag of chips in there before you realized that they had been opened and but
What a shame.
I did, Christine. I opened the bag of chips. I mean,
up,
I made my homemade dip too. I got out the kidney beans. I put them on the stove. I had to season them. I mushed them all up. Normally, I buy the pre-made bean dip. Look, you see some of it still right there on the stove too. I didn't eat it all.
I ain't got my chips, man. Forget that dip right about now. Might worry about no dip.
I would repent, but
You
I didn't
should
lie.
repent.
I didn't lie. I was gonna go. I mean, I guess I could be like, babe, I'm gonna eat your chips.
Bam,
I'm just
there you
replenish
go.
them.
That's
Okay,
the
so
beginning.
I'll tell you, I was wrong. Father, forgive me. Because I don't know. Maybe if I
You
was
asked me for forgiveness. You asked the fathers me and my chips. No, I'm joking.
forgive me. I'm going to get you some more today when I go out.
Man,
Look,
bro.
no, seriously. I should have put them back upstairs. I really should have. Because
What you should have done was not even eat
came,
them.
they came in the kitchen and saw me eating dip. Oh, we got chips? And they all grabbed bowls. I'm like, if y'all don't stop those, y'all daddy chips, put them back. And they looked at me
you
like,
took them. You gonna say that's the daddy chips and you bogus.
I know. They looked at me like, but you eating daddy chips, but they, so I got mad with them because they joined in eating the chips with me, and they literally, they left crumbs.
You see how your sin follow you? You see that?
I caused the entire nation to sin.
You see
Perfect
that?
example.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, you're right. Perfect example, y'all. In my own house.
When did
Father,
you do it?
forgive me.
While I was getting my head twisted? Is that?
It was probably.
So I had to leave in order for you to taste my doggone chips. So you was waiting on me. You like Bella was sitting there waiting like,
I wasn't waiting on you to
Yes, you
leave.
was.
I wasn't. Because
Are you? I thought you was fasting.
that's what I was about to say. Listen, that's what I was about to say. Because I said I was going to start fasting yesterday, y'all. Woo! Lord, boy, I tell you. Listen. I did say I was going to start fasting yesterday. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make one last dip today. But then I thought about it while I was eating. I was like, God darn it. I told James, I was like, he ain't here.
No, it was in the doggone calendar for work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she fasting today.
I did put it in the calendar, didn't I?
Yeah, you need to.
I tell you. Like, seriously. No, but I asked, like, you know what, Father? I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna start my fast tomorrow. So I changed the date in the calendar. So
You gonna start tomorrow? So we can eat dip today? Wow.
Forgive me for my sins. Boy, I tell you, the let me finish my reading for the day. Not the entire nation of my household. Bag of chips. But perfect example, y'all. Perfect example about what I have been talking about. Loud and long. Tiffany.
They see you now.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
Didn't see that one coming.
Help me. Oh my God. Look, y'all. I wasn't purposely, I decided, I changed my mind yesterday that I was going to change my fast start date until today. But I didn't update the calendar. Look, and I thought, let me tell you what I be doing, y'all. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start my fast. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I was like, I'm going to start my fast.
Hey, that's all you
But this time, last time I did a 40-day fast, y'all, I was telling y'all because it was like a health thing. But, I'm like, okay, when I'm fasting for spiritual reasons, I shouldn't let it be made known and stuff. But I figured, you know what? I need a little bit more accountability. Because sometimes it's hard to restart the fast. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and let James know because he knows I'm supposed to be fasting. But that day, Right, because I'm like, because James gonna say something if he see me eating or if I'm, it's just an extra level of accountability. Sure. Because sometimes, because you got to get past them first few days, y'all. I'm telling you, we don't need an explanation, Pam. Work that out with y'all. No, seriously. I'm telling you why. What? Tell Dad to eat some more. Okay, look. You eating her pecan. She said she want more.
Bella.
Watch out, Tootie.
Come on.
No, seriously, y'all. I did say I was going to start yesterday, but I changed my mind because I realized, remember, it's a Sabbath. And I realized, I was like, oh, shoot, you're not really supposed to start a fast on the Sabbath. And I read that back it was in Jubilees. I was like, oh, so this is where they got that from. So that's why I adjusted my date. And I really want to be in up too. So I'm like, well, shoot, I could use that, So I wanted to keep to the scriptures as much as possible. But I hadn't updated James yet on that I was changing my fast date and everything. So, hence all this debacle and stuff that y'all had heard. But I had nothing to hide, like seriously though. So you're not supposed to start a fast on a Sabbath day because it's a day of rest. And technically, although you would be resting your body from eating, it's like a feast day, and y'all want you to rest and enjoy yourself and eat with your family and stuff. So I understood that. So that's why.
Eat with your family, not when he leave and go to work.
Listen,
and you take his chips.
Ain't you supposed to be taking the guy something?
I ain't gonna do it. I got somebody else doing that. Don't worry about that.
Oh, let me finish. Where did I stop at, y'all? Okay.
You say you don't want me at home with you.
No, I ain't say all that. Oh. Why I tell you? Yeah, let me finish this reading. Where I stop at?
You got some things to talk about when you get off your line.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's what I was saying. We was talking about the new moons being feast days. I stopped at verse 5. I'll read 5 again. And afterward, offer the continual burnt offering, both of the new moons and of all the set feasts of Yahuwah that were consecrated. And everyone that willingly offered a free will offering unto Yahuwah. From the first day of the 7th month began they to offer burnt offerings unto Yahuwah. But the foundation of the temple of Yahuwah was not yet laid. They gave money also to the masons and to the carpenters, and meat and drink and oil, and unto them of Zidon and to them of Tyre to bring cedar trees from Lebanon to the sea of Joppa, according to the grant that they had of Cyrus, king of Persia. Now in the 2nd year of their coming unto the house of Yahuwah at Jerusalem, in the 2nd month, began Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and the remnant of their brethren, the priests and the Levites, and all that were come out of the captivity unto Jerusalem, and appointed the Levites from 20 years old and upward to set forward the work of the house of Yahuwah. Then stood Jeshua with his sons and his brethren, Kadmiel and his sons, the sons of Judah, together to set forward the workmen in the house of Yahuwah, the sons of Henadad with their sons and their brethren, the Levites. And when the builders laid the foundation of the temple of Yahuwah, they set the priests in their apparel with trumpets, and the Levites, the sons of Asaph, with cymbals to praise Yahuwah after the ordinance of David, the king of Israel. And they sang together by chorus and praising and giving thanks unto Yahuwah because he is good, for his mercy endureth forever toward Israel. And all the people shouted with a great shout when they praised Yahuwah, because the foundation of the house of Yahuwah was laid. But many of the priests and Levites and the chief of the fathers, who were ancient men that had seen the first house, when the foundation of this house was laid before their eyes, wept with a loud voice, and many shouted aloud for joy, so that the people could not discern the noise of the shout of joy from the noise of the weeping of the people. For the people shouted with a loud shout, and the noise was heard afar off. Now that was amazing. We got 8 verses left. Yeah, you must have did that right before I started reading. Okay, y'all, so that was our reading for today. I'm sure y'all enjoyed the little comedy show. It's always comedy when my husband comes down here. But seriously, y'all, no. I should have told him I was going to eat his chips and replace them today. But, normally I didn't think about it. He leave out here early to go to the warehouse and stuff. And, it's just a normal course thing because, OMG, who knew he was going to get up and want to eat his chips first thing in the morning? So, but it was, y'all, it really was a great example. I mean, granted, it was only chips. Thank y'all that it was only chips, but it gave a good example of what I had been talking about when the leaders are out of order and they don't follow the proper protocol it causes the entire nation to sin. Hence, me going to get my husband's chips. Not, hey, you know, these is chips for his dip. You know, I make dip, or I make like a homemade dip, and we do different kind of chips and stuff. I put fresh veggies and everything on. Like, I cut up the onions, the tomatoes, the peppers, all that stuff, and put it up there. So, but when I realized that it was a Sabbath day, I was like, oh, I can go ahead and eat this dip, you know. So I was like, grab the chips and everything. But when the children saw me eating it, they was like, oh, yes, we didn't know we had more chips. I'm like, y'all better leave them chips alone, though. I'm getting on them, telling them don't mess with the chips because they dad chips and stuff. But you think they listen? No. They had all pulled them chips in their little container and left like crumbs at the bottom of the bag. And I did. I put the chip clip back on it, and I put the crumbs back in his closet in his chip bag. I should have just pulled the crumbs in their bowl so they could eat them. He probably, I don't know, he would have known them chips were missing this morning because he got up looking for them. But anyway, perfect example of what I've been telling y'all, you know, so don't do that. Don't do that. So with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the reading for today. That's Ezra 1, 2, and 3. It is Friday, May the 1st, 2020, day 134 of reading through the book of instruction as reiterated by the prophets. All right, y'all. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do this blessing and get out of here today so I can go ahead and get out of here and replenish my husband's chips. All right, y'all. The blessing is found in Numbers chapter 6, verses 22 through 27. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. All right, y'all. So with that being said, I love y'all, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. Peace. And she coming to press it. Come on here, too. Okay, you can't do it with the lion's paw. You gotta, like, actually touch it with your finger. Thank you.